All right, so I was watching the most recent Kyle and Corin podcast, and if you guys don't know about the Kyle and Corin podcast, a podcast where Kyle and his buddy Corin just kind of talk about a sort of, just whatever they want. They cover a bunch of different topics, whatever kind of things are going around, whatever's on their mind. It's really interesting because usually most of it is not political. I wish they would totally, completely knock out politics or just not talk about it at all, because all of Kyle's show is politics. It's super interesting to me when they talk about other stuff because that's something you don't get to see. It's super entertaining. Love the podcast. And they actually got into a discussion. They were talking about Trump and his tweeting. And Corin thinks that, and this is kind of a weird thought on Corin's part, in my opinion, he makes the assertion that he believes that Donald Trump has a staffer, or that basically it's not Donald Trump who's tweeting out tweets on his phone at 3 a.m. in the morning. And I thought it was really weird, and Kyle says he's not going to give him an inch on that, and it's just interesting. So I want to show you guys the clip, and then we're going to come back and talk about it. Check it out.
Because he actually wasn't appreciated by that crowd, even though he was trying to be in that crowd his whole life.
Yeah, I agree. It's sad. It's a sad story. I still think it's going to come out. I don't think he tweets his own. I don't think he knows how to use Twitter.
You can tell when he's not tweeting his shit. You can tell.
I just think there's someone who does.
Whenever there's all caps and exclamation points and dots, that's him. 100%.
You think he's actually pulling out an iPhone and pressing the Twitter app and waiting for that to load?
Yes, and not only do I think that that is a problem, and people in the White House are allowed to try to shut him the fuck. Because there are times where he was tweeting shit at North Korea, tweeting threats at them, and everybody's like, what are you doing?
But just break it down to on a simpler level. If I'm going through bad service area, is Trump having to refresh his, getting the same couldn't load messages right now, error messages that I see, or does he have some next level where he's always got service?
He's got permanent Wi-Fi with him,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, dude, it's him. I'm telling you, it's him.
Even if Twitter goes down, or he's got to go.
If Twitter goes down, he obviously can't tweet because Twitter's down. But
yeah, I know.
But
he's clicking an app, he's swiping his phone to the right and pushing that little blue button.
100%. But somebody tweeted something that I thought was hilarious. I think I retweeted it. They were like, if somebody deleted the Twitter app off of Trump's phone, I'm convinced he wouldn't know how to get back to it.
Yeah, no, I don't think no shot.
He's like an old dude. He doesn't know how to get the app. He doesn't know how.
He knows his Apple iTunes password for app?
He doesn't know anything. He knows nothing.
So that's what I'm saying. He had to.
No, but he knows how to tweet. Somebody.
No, he knows how to tweet, but someone must have his password to iTunes because there's no way he went into downloaded that himself. It wasn't like he put in Donald J. Trump at government.edu and put his password in and waited for the app to download. Somebody did that shit for him. I'm starting a conspiracy right now.
Yeah, no. I'm telling you that
someone knows his password.
No, somebody originally downloaded the app for him, and then he made his account, and he did the auto for going into Twitter, like I have. The auto thing is on, so you just click on the app and you're in.
But he still had to go to preferences and type in his password and shit.
The first time, yeah, like Ivanka or something with it. The first time, I'm telling you,
staffer has that. He's just staffed to write dumb tweets. I'm telling you.
You know what he does all day? You know what he does all day?
Sit around and chill.
Watch Fox News dude. He legit watches Fox News all day.
I just don't see him
You're bugging. I'm not giving you an inch on this one, dude. No way. He 100% tweets his shit. Nobody is cool with him doing his dots and his random ass capital letters and his 1,000 exclamation points and his tweets that don't even make sense. He tweeted the other day. I was making fun of it. Last night he said it. He was saying something like, Democrats want to take away your beloved private health insurance. Nobody else, Mike Pence, even though he's a dumbass, is not dumb enough to tweet something like beloved private health insurance. They have craftier ways of saying it. Trump is a fucking bull in a china shop, dude.
When we're 70 or 75, some little kid is going to come out with a book that says, I tweeted for Donald Trump. Or it's going to be called the book's going to have a bird on the cover and it's going to be
fake though. It's going to be fake news, dude. People are already coming out with fake shit. Whole
presidential
Russiagate
Twitter.
Thing. You saw the whole Russiagate thing that imploded.
The Mueller.
Yeah, it imploded. The
But
media
this
was
shit,
saying,
I'm telling you, it's gonna be like presidential tweets or something like that. Mark my words. Someone, hopefully, this
nobody's
gets to the
doing
dude who
those
tweets for Donald Trump, and he's
crazy-ass
like, "Fuck."
tweets, dog. Nobody's cool with those crazy-ass tweets, I'm telling you. Nobody
Someone,
wants that
someone
to
has his
happen.
password. Someone else has his password. He's got an iTunes account. Someone should bring him up on charges for having another server that he uses, because he probably doesn't use a presidential server for, that's a conspiracy. He uses his regular server
there are
on
issues.
iTunes,
We know for
which
sure that
is connected to his governmental tweets.
we know for sure that he has poor security. We know that for sure because there were articles about that, about how he was using like an unsecure phone, and people were like, "You're the president, you can't do that."
But he had to download Twitter with a non-governmental.
No, you could do it on a government phone.
You could download Twitter and use your government.
Yeah. What, you think they're still using old Nextels or something? They got
Oh, but
smartphones.
he downloaded Twitter before he was president. I'm telling you, there's something there. There's smoke there. There's smoke there, bro.
Yeah, so this claim made by Corin was so weird that I had to make a video on this. I was just like, what? What are you doing, dude? You're so wrong on this one. It's unacceptable how wrong you are on this. Of course it's Donald Trump tweeting from his phone. So, the ways of looking at that are, the most important thing is that, and the most significant sort of indicator and rationale as to why it's for sure him, is there's a very distinct method and structure he has to all of his tweets, and Kyle describes it there, as you guys just saw. He throws in like these exclamation marks. It's always sort of wrapped in this general massive narcissism of himself and bigging himself up in his own tweets, and there's always exclamation marks and random capitalizations that aren't grammatically correct, and often he'll make typos in his tweets and then delete it and then replace it. And who could forget the Fifi poll thing? You think that's a staffer doing that? Really? You think that's a staffer? There's no evidence of that, but it's just so out of left field. Also, there was a tweet that was sent out on Melania Trump's Twitter account where it was obviously Donald Trump tweeting on her account, because Melania doesn't talk like that, and the only thing we really hear from Melania is basically plagiarized by Michelle Obama. And it was a tweet saying, like, I see there's a lot of news speculation about where I am. Rest assured I'm working hard, or something. It's got like an exclamation, and it's super obvious it's Donald Trump. We all know that he's the one tweeting from there. And then he keeps talking about, like, the iTunes passwords, if that's something. Like, what? What do you mean? Like, he's got Twitter on his phone. You open up the Twitter app, and you send a tweet. It's not that, you don't have to go into preferences. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Once you've got the Twitter app on your phone, and you guys may not even be given enough credit. I don't know. Maybe Trump would be able to go and download the Twitter app. I would give him that, dude. The guy uses Twitter. Trust me. We all know that. And he does it at super random hours of the day. Like, it'll be like 3 a.m. at night Pacific time, and he'll just send out tweets. Like this random tweet storm of just dumbassery. And it's like, wow, what is going on with this guy? This is our president of the United States. And as Kyle also points out, that basically, like, they would try to stop that and won't allow that because nobody likes that tweeting of his, because he starts tweeting really sensitive information, and he starts ruining different, relations, and starts complicating those diplomatic relations through his tweets and everything, and he makes it really bad. And so it's not helpful in any way, shape, or form. And also, I believe he would like tweet out products to buy for people or something like that. And it was really crazy. So it's absolutely Donald Trump. I don't know how you could possibly think for even a second that it's not Donald Trump tweeting that. And also, I want to say that if those tweets were written by a staffer, it would have been leaked already a long time ago. We would know about it by now, because if you remember, guys, stuff gets leaked like that like crazy. I remember a time in the Trump administration where the leaks were so heavy duty that he literally had a call with, I forget if it was Justin Trudeau or if it was the Mexican president at the time. I forget if it was Peña Nieto at the time or if it was AMLO. I don't think it was definitely not AMLO at the time. But that call got leaked, and they were like, what the fuck, man? Why does everything keep getting leaked? That was like, I remember that specifically being like a sort of really big point of time where it was like, why does everything keep getting leaked? They were really angry, and I don't remember if it was in Sean Spicer's there was supposedly someone inside the admin writing an article who wrote that op-ed, and I forget it was the Washington Post or New York Times, about how it's terrible, and aides were just leaking shit left and right. that would have gotten leaked. Like, we found out that Bill Clinton got his dick sucked in office, in the Oval Office. I'm pretty sure we'd find out that Donald Trump has a staffer tweeting out his tweets. Seriously. We would. And it's just super obvious. Now, so that claim was really crazy. I had to talk about that. But also, I want to say that Kyle is also a little bit off too, where he goes, he's saying that like that conspiracy would have imploded or whatever, the same way that the Russiagate thing imploded. How did that quote implode? What do you mean? Like, Kyle, I hope he's not going down the Michael Tracey route here, because the Mueller report. First of all, we don't even know what's in the Mueller report because they're, for some reason, refusing to actually release it. Now, I want to make clear, in the beginning of the whole Russia shit, I was super against it. I was like, this is total bogus. Then I ended up moving to being agnostic, waiting on the Mueller report, which is what I want to see. I want to see the actual Mueller report because, remember, we just heard from someone inside the Mueller team saying, like, trying to leak stuff because they were like, dude, this is not being well represented by the Bill Barr memo. But even what's in the Bill Barr memo, and I'm going to talk about in another video about tool Michael Tracey again. The Bill Barr memo says that the Mueller report found that the Russians hacked the server, the DNC server. And there's certain obvious ties between the Trump campaign and that Russia hack. For sure there is. Between WikiLeaks and Roger Stone, and how Trump Jr. had that meeting in Trump Tower with the Russian, forgot her name, a very long Russian name. Like, what do you mean it imploded, dude? What are you talking about? Like, this is what I mean. Like, people go too far in either direction. Like, the Mueller report, first of all, we haven't read it. We don't even know what the hell's in the Mueller report. But we found out, like, the Russians actually ended up hacking the DNC, which that's a pretty big thing, to say the least, right? So what do you mean it imploded? All of the different things that, all the people, Manafort and all those fuck boys who got put in prison. And again, like I said, man, we don't even know what the Mueller report says, but the Bill Barr memo, the William Barr memo, says that the Russians hacked the DNC. That's crazy. That's a big thing. That's not like imploding. Plus, we don't know what the Mueller report has found, and the Mueller report could sort of inch us towards the direction of like, oh, there may be some sort of a collusion, but there was no way. Because remember, to do a criminal charge, you have to do it beyond a reasonable doubt. This isn't even like a preponderance of the evidence, as a civil trial is. That's a pretty, hefty sort of thing to do. So, it's just like, well, what did you think was going to happen? That Donald Trump had Putin's phone number and they were like buddy talking it up or something like that. It's just, I don't know why that's going. Anyways, those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what your thoughts are on this down below.